Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Ghost, and today I'm going to bring you the ultimate endgame Ajax build. When I say ultimate endgame Ajax build, it is a build that you are going to have to invest heavily into. There's a lot of farming that goes into the build, there's a lot of RNG that goes into the build. One of the mods required for the build you can only get from combining battle mods in the combine mods feature. So I'm just going to show you how the build works. I'm going to show you the weapon damage. I'm going to show you my base stats, and then my enhanced stats. I can't show you my shield break stats just because I'm not going to be in combat. Well, I could go to a combat zone and then show you that in combat, but I'm just in the laboratory right now. So if we go over to my Descendant modules, this is the build. I have all but one slot catalyst, and these are the best mods for Ajax. You really don't need any shield whatsoever because your defense is going to be so high that you will be taking almost no damage at all times in short bursts. And what I mean in short bursts is I mean when your shield breaks and then you use your 3 ability, you will have 102,000 defense. You don't need 125,000 defense. You don't even need 120,000 defense. You don't need 20,000 HP. All you need is 100,000 defense, and 102 is a little over. Like I was going for straight 100,000 defense just because that's more than enough to keep you alive and allow you to be a utility for your team, because Ajax is again a utility character. He's not a DPS character. If you go into Ajax thinking that you're going to be out DPSing everybody with your abilities, you're playing them wrong. Go play Kyle if you want to do ability damage. Ajax is a support tank, and all of his damage comes from his gun. That's it. Now, the mod that this build is centered around is the Matrix Recomputation mod. Basically, what it does is it grants a buff that helps allies survive. So when you're just in your base, like just base abilities, notice I have 70,000 defense right here. Now, if I use it, it goes up to 79,000. Now, that is just base. It just goes up to 79,000. But that mixed with Iron Will, when my shield is at 0, I get an extra 128% defense. That'll push it to 102,000. I'm probably going to go to a combat zone just to show you that it does get pushed up to 102,000. That is more than enough damage mitigation to keep you alive. You'll be taking almost no damage at all. It's ridiculous. Now, with the rest of his mods, skill expansion for the skill range, increased defense, spear and shield just for the defense, agony for the HP, well, for the MP and defense, iron will for the defense at zero shield because you're using overwhelming HP. So your shield is going to be broken a lot. You're going to have no shield a lot of the time. And these two mods synergize really well, especially with Ajax. Battle stamina just for skill duration, so the buffs last longer and you have just more HP, increased HP. This is the only attribute resistance mod you need because of your high defense. This is the only one you need. And then people are saying that shot focus isn't working right now. Shot focus is working. It just doesn't show on your gun because from what I'm seeing, even if I put on a mod that gives me an extra 1% on top of this 93%, I'm not seeing higher than 93%. So it is working. It's just working in the background. Now, in combat, you would, let's say you're running with some bunnies and they're running around. You would, right there, you get your cooldown and then you get your defense. And while that's on cooldown, you can throw up a wall. You can do that. And then when it's enhanced, it gives shield. Now, because you only have one shield, when you use it on yourself, you get one shield. You get two shield. And don't get it mistaken. The two shields you get is equivalent to like 500 shield. Like it'll take a lot to break it. So this is just the build. I think I reset him 8 times, 7 times to get this to work. And with these mods, now if we look at the weapon that I'm using for this build, is the Eternal Willpower. And the reason I'm using the Eternal Willpower over the Tamer is because it has a higher base damage and it has a higher base crit modifier. So when I say higher base crit modifier, this crit damage multiplier is higher at base than the Tamer. That's it. That's just it. So it's the only thing the Tamer has over this is ammo capacity per magazine and rounds per minute. That's it. And really, fire rate is just artificial DPS. All you're doing is you're spending mod slots to run out of ammo faster. That's it. That's all you're using it for, and it doesn't make any sense, but that's what people do. Now, if we're looking, so my crits are hitting 99,000. Some of them are hitting for 151,000. It all depends on when that random crit modifier wants to, really kick in. So now actually what we're going to do is we're going to go to a combat zone just so I can show you that when you have the shield break and you get the 3 attack unenhanced off, you're going to have 102,000 defense. So let's just go over here, find a random enemy. All right, so right here, we're going to get the shield break. So with the shield break, it goes up to 93,000. And then plus that, 102,575. So that's basically it. And like I do with these enemies, you're literally taking no damage. It's almost impossible to die. And then you can just refresh that. So you basically stay at 102,000. As long as you don't have a shield, I want to say 7 seconds, every 8 seconds, you're getting this ability back. And then when it's enhanced, you just drop this for the 6% extra fire attack, like fire rate, like not fire rate, just weapon attack, and you just keep it going. And that's basically how the build works. Now I'm going to end the video there, and if you want to stick around for some boss kills, some solo boss kills, you can. But that's basically how the build works. You have almost 100% uptime of 100,000 defense, and that 100,000 defense keeps you alive and allows you to support your team. Now you have the range for this. This range is crazy when you use it. This range is insane. The durability, it doesn't break. It does not break. It breaks sometimes, but it doesn't break. And that's basically the build. It's probably, from the research I've done, it is the best Ajax build out there. I know what I'm talking about. I've played this type of character in every other looter shooter that's come out. Anthem, Outriders, Destiny. The only one I haven't played was Warframe, but I've basically played this character in every looter shooter that I've played, and this is it. And then you want to use the annihilation set just for extra weapon attack when your health is below 50%, and then just whatever reactor you want to use to help. I'm just using this for just the bonus stats on the skill power. That's it. And that's really it. So now I'm just gonna, head off and go to farm out some stuff. I'm working on Ultimate Glay right now. All I need is her like code blueprint, and then I can craft her. I have her like 3 main parts, and then I'm gonna be working on an Ultimate Glay build where I'm using this gun to definitively prove that it's better than the Tamer, because it is. It's just better than the Tamer. All right, let's go kill some bosses.
Back away. Loading. Loading. Dead. Down. Shield. Shields are offline. Down. Reload. Shields are down. You need to be recharged. Down. Take this. Down. Reload. Reload. Shields are down. You need to be recharged. Raw. Shields are offline. Loading. Loading. Dead. Down. Shield. Shields are offline. Down. Reload. Shields are down. You need to be recharged.